some of the wonderful things that most of us are only able to see on the television. So without any further ado, let me introduce Clive Regal.
Thank you, Tom. Gentlemen, distinguished guests, fellow Tommy Cooper fans. I must say, I'm most delighted to be here. And I'm equally delighted to be here as well. Gentlemen, I love my job. It takes me up and down the country, either in full cabaret as the great man itself, or as an after-dinner speaker and motivational speaker. I love talking to the Probus groups because I can dip in and out of being in character and actually telling stories. I can pick out some of my favourite tricks that I want to share with you today, and some of my favourite stories. So if you've seen me before at a different luncheon group, it's going to be completely different. I remember having lunch a couple of years ago with the lovely Vicky, his daughter, and I said, what do you remember most, a fun story about your dad? I went into the drawing room one morning, and Dad was jumping up and down like this. It might have been like that. No, it was like this. And she said, Dad, what's wrong? And he said, I've just had some milk and magnesia, and I forgot to shake the bottle. But there was one lovely story, because it touches us, because I've done this. You've all done this, which I'm about to say, and you've also seen your children and your grandchildren and your great-great-grandchildren do it. And Tommy would do this, I saw him once do it on stage, to take him into a complete state of play. Now this is one of his small magic wands. And I'm pleased to say that I have got this, because they don't make them any longer. But you'll have seen, and you've all done this, and you're blowing bubbles like this, aren't you? And then, of course, you'd reach to catch one, but of course, as it did, it would burst, except for Tommy. Thank you very much. And then, of course, it would take him into a state of play. And it would go again. But he would roll down his sleeve, across his shoulder, down past the elbow, and up again. And he'd just take it like that. I go, and back again. Thank you very much. I remember chatting to a cab driver in West London where Tommy lived. And all magicians can do this. It's part of what we do. Do you remember what one of these are, lads? Do you remember one of those? Oh, you've still got one, have you? Now, in the 60s, this was a few quid. Okay, and what magicians could do, they could fold it up, can't they? They could fold it up like that, fold it up like that. And when they opened it up again, it's a quid. It's just what we do. It's part of being a magician. Now, Tom would love to do this. He would fold his up, and he'd be talking to the cabbie, and he would say, you know, thank you very much for looking after me today. You know, it's great. And when I said to you, King Arthur's close, and you said, don't worry, I'll shake him off at the next round. I thought that was funny. Even though I've heard it over 100 times, it was funny. And he goes, what I'd like to do, you know, because you've looked after me so well, I'd like to give you a drink. And of course, Tommy would fold it up like that, and the cabbie would think, what's he going to turn it into? And Tom, of course, would turn it into a tea bag.